Hi guys, in today's video I want to talk to you about stretching and how you can use it in your warm-up. There's a lot of controversy around stretching. Before it was in and then it was out, and then people thought you shouldn't stretch at all, but it's how you use it and why you're using it. So static stretching, where you're holding a muscle in the lengthened position, something like this, or if you're bending forward and reaching for your toes, those kind of movements. What that does is it makes the muscle get longer, but it also makes it a little bit weaker and a little bit slower to contract, at least for an hour or two. Some studies vary between what the verdict is. Sometimes it's an hour, sometimes it's 2 hours, somewhere in there. And then after that, you get all that strength back. But if you're using that as a way to prepare for, say, tennis, you're just stretching out your calves, your hamstrings, your quads, then you're going to be a little bit slower on the court and you can actually be more likely to get injured. But if you're using it in a way to help release tension from over-tight muscles, like say your hip flexors, then it can be a good thing to do because you're trying to get back into a neutral position. So I'll give you an example. Most of us have tight hip flexors, right? Because we sit, and so what that does is pulls down on the front of your pelvis, so you end up having this slight arch in your back. We have this kind of slouch going on because of the tightness here. So if you're trying to get back into more of a neutral position, where instead of being arched in the low back like this, you're more neutral with the pelvis tucked. To do that, you have to stretch the hip flexors. So a simple stretch for that is just a kneeling hip flexor stretch, like this. So the back knee is down. This side is where we're stretching. And if you want to make it a little bit deeper into the psoas, you can influence that by bringing the arm up on the same side, pushing through the palm, and then bending away from that side a little bit. You should feel a little bit deeper stretch. So the point is, you can use static stretching in your warm-up, but it has to be to address overly tight, chronically tight muscles, not just to prepare your whole body. You have to use it for just the stuff on you that's tight, and then you have to use other strategies to prepare other muscles, like dynamic leg swings, something like this, where you're moving from the inside to the outside, arm circles. Those kind of movements are good for general preparation for the working muscles, so that your forehands and your backhands are nice and smooth and things like that. So hopefully that's helpful, and we'll see you on the next video.